Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today I have another story time video for you guys. I actually sat down and made a list of all the crazy shit that has happened in my life. So I think I'm gonna have a few more story times coming up. But anywho, let's get right into it. So I can honestly say that it's been like maybe a handful of times that I've ever experienced anything paranormal or I don't know, weird or creepy, you know? Like, I mean, I can't say that I've had a lot of experiences, but this one particular experience was so scary for me and just really creeped me out, and it just, okay, y'all gotta hear. So I was working at this oil and gas company, and my team, we were really close-knit. This, because y'all be trying to talk shit. Our company hosted like a baseball team, a softball team, and a soccer team that employees could participate in, I guess like as team building or whatever. And I participated in the softball team, and I met a lot of people that way because my oil and gas company was huge. Anyways, we had our softball game and I was meeting a bunch of people, and amongst those people I met this guy named Kevin. So Kevin was a project manager or something, whatever, and he used to always come to our corporate office. I would always see him. He was like the class clown. Nobody took him serious. Really nice guy. He met David. He and David got along really well, and he had to watch Chiquito for me while we were moving into this apartment because the place that we lived in before didn't allow pets. So like in the interim while we were packing and stuff to move in here, he watched Chiquito. I knew his house, I knew his dog, and you know, he knew David and everything, so he felt pretty comfortable with us house sitting for him while he was away. So he asked me if I would do him that favor. It would only be for like 3 days. And it worked out perfectly because those 3 days, like the day that he was coming back was the day that we were getting the keys to this apartment. It worked out perfectly. So I was like, yeah, I'll house sit for you, whatever. So David and I stopped by the house, and he just gave us a more in-depth tour of his house, because, you know, we never went upstairs or downstairs or anything. So he gave us a tour. Now, this house was like an old-style Victorian house, but on a smaller scale. It was like that sometimes creeped me the fuck out. So the minute I walked in there, I was like, oh shit, like this is a really old house. So he was taking us, he took us upstairs. There were 2 bedrooms up there and then a computer room. So I guess 3 bedroom, and then 2 baths, and then he took us down to the basement. And his basement, y'all, like was so scary. It was one of the basements that you see in the scary movies where like the Chainsaw Massacre is like dragging you down the basement steps kind of basement. So I was like, ugh. It was an unfinished basement, which means that it was 10 times creepier. The reason why he was showing us that was because he stored his dog's dog food back there, like the big bags, and he would take Tupperwares at a time upstairs. So he's like, if you need to, you know, refill that Tupperware of dog food, you come down here. And so I started getting a weird feeling about the house, and I don't know if it was just like the basement that creeped me out, but I was like, this is a really weird house. Here's where the story gets a little weird. When Kevin was giving us a tour of his house, he, you know, took us into the master bedroom, which was his room, obviously. And he was like, you know, you guys can stay in the guest room or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, he was like, you can stay in there, you can stay in here, since there's a bathroom in here, I don't really care. He was like, there's fresh sheets, fresh whatever, blah, blah, blah. So he was showing us the room, and then on the wall, you guys, like it was like right by his bed. So his bed is right here, and then on this wall was like this square like piece of the wall that was a different color than the wall, and it had a handle on it, like an actual like handle that you could pull on, you know. So it's on the wall and it's flush with the wall, but it just has a handle, like you can pull this part of like the wall out. I don't know if this is making sense, but that's what was there. So he's like, oh yeah, you see this? Yeah, it can open, and you pull it this way and a chunk of wood comes out in your hand. That's like the door, I guess. And the door just comes off and you put it on the ground. And that was like a mini storage place that was within his walls, okay? It was like, you know, like what you would see in an attic, like the beams, the wood beams were in there, and like he just had like boxes stored in there, and it was level with his bed. It was the weirdest thing I had ever seen. So I was like, what? He was like, yeah, so like this is extra storage. I also have my attic, but this thing opens. And I was like, that is so weird. And he was like, but I wouldn't keep it open because sometimes mice get in there too. And I was like, oh, hell no. So he put the thing back on there, and I don't know if that was just, I don't know. Anyways, we'll get back to that strange thing. So he leaves. David and I do a complete check of the house, like make sure all the windows are locked, all the doors are locked, and the dogs are fed and everything's fine. First night goes by fantastic. We had no issues. Then, for those of you guys who don't know, I have a stepson, and our stepson is with us part of the time, right? So we were there, and on the second night that we were there, my stepson was with us, and I never felt comfortable with my stepson sleeping in the same bed as me and David. I just felt like it was inappropriate. So I was like, okay, how about you? I told David, I was like, how about you and him sleep in the guest bed, and then I will sleep in the master bedroom, and then, you know, just for tonight, because Kevin was going to come back the next day. And he was like, okay. So everything was fine. We ate dinner, we fed the dogs, everything was fine. And we were just kind of like talking about our new place and how excited we were. And then we started getting ready for bed. And I want to say my stepson was probably about 4, so he went to bed pretty early. And so David started getting him ready for bed, and we said our good night. And then we had gone upstairs, and while we were getting ready for bed, we heard this boom, loud ass bang downstairs, okay? It sounded like someone had like hit our window really, really hard. Like I felt like our window sill shook. It was so hard. All of the dogs start freaking out. The lab runs downstairs. David like grabs like a weapon, because Kevin had like the swords, like he used to collect them. So David's first instinct was to grab that. And I stayed with my stepson. So once he was like, it's okay, there's nobody here, we came downstairs, and we were like looking around, and we were like, what was that noise? We were looking for something that had dropped or like something, and nothing was there. There was absolutely nothing. There was no, like, we looked out in the backyard, we looked in the front yard, there was nothing there. There was nobody there. So I was like, where the hell did that, like, it was a huge boom, okay? So I was like freaked out. Finally, it took us about another hour to calm down and to calm my stepson down and the dogs down. So we all calmed down, and then we tried to go to sleep again. So David stayed up a little longer, and just to make sure that everything was fine and no other noises, and then he went to sleep too. So everything seemed normal. We all ended up falling asleep. Everything was fine. I woke up to David standing over the bed, and like he was like, babe, wake up. And I was like, what? And I was sleeping on my stomach, because I'm a stomach sleeper. And I was like, what? And he goes, did you do that? And he was like really concerned. And I was like, do what? And he goes, that. And he was pointing to the side of the bed. Y'all, that thing that pulls out of the wall, yeah, that thing was out of the wall and on the ground. It was out of the wall and on the ground. That hole was exposed, okay? I could see the beams from the bed. That's how close it was to my face, okay? So I was like, what? And it took me a second to like figure out what David was saying. I was like, why is that out of the wall? And what is happening? And David was like, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. Did you pull it out of the wall? And I was like, no. Why would I do that, David? So I pushed myself off the bed, because I was on my stomach. So I pushed myself off the bed, and I noticed that my bra strap was undone. Now I know this seems really minuscule, but understand, okay? I know myself as a person. And for some reason, if I'm in someone else's home, if I'm in a guest home, I don't know why, I just don't feel comfortable being without a bra. I don't know what it is. Like in the case of an emergency, if I'm in someone's house and like say a fire goes off, I don't want to be running outside with my boobs going like this because I didn't wear a bra. Like my worst fear. It's not like me to even, why would I unsnap my bra? Y'all know how uncomfortable these things are. Why would I just unsnap it and then leave it? Like, that does nothing for me. So I was like, okay, I was like, David, did you like unhook my bra? And he was like, why would I do that right now? So in my mind, something crawled out of that wall and was touching on me and unhooked my bra while I was asleep. Like that's what I felt like happened in my mind. And I flipped the fuck out. I freaked out. I could not have gotten out of that house fast enough. I packed our stuff. We got the baby. I was out. I texted Kevin. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm going home early. I just can't. I'll tell you when you get home. So he comes into work the following Monday and he's like, hey, is everything okay? Did everything go alright? Like, how's the dog? And I was like, okay, dude. So I told him everything. I told him about the big bang that we heard downstairs. I told him how the dogs freaked out. I told him about that wall thing, whatever. And I was just like, it's my personal opinion that there's some shit going down in your house. I was like, there's something in your house, man. I was like, it's weird. So he was like, well, he said, well, you know, I've heard noises before, but I don't pay attention to them. And I was like, he just kind of brushed it off. It freaked me out, okay? Because here's the thing. I think about everything logically. I feel like there's a logical explanation for everything that happens. But then I was thinking about it, and that thing that comes out of the wall, it doesn't just slip out of a wall. It can't do that. There's enough wood on each side of that panel that goes into the wall enough for it not to fall out. Someone has to physically pull it, grab it like this, and put it somewhere, okay? That's how much it could not have fallen out the goddamn wall. And even if it did, let's just say, let's play the devil's advocate and I say, yeah, you know, it slipped out of the wall and we didn't hear it. How would I not be able to hear it? Everything in that house, it's a Victorian house. The floors were wood and that thing was wood. If it fell out, and it's like 3 feet off the ground, it fell out, how would I not hear that hitting the ground? How would the dog not have heard that? Like, then it freaked me out because I was like, okay, do I really believe in paranormal stuff that could just like do that? Or what if like he had like a homeless person living in his fucking walls? Like, what if there was a person living in his walls? Like, because only a person, but then like the dog would have, I don't know. To this day, I'm just like, it's so weird and it freaked me out and it gave me the chills that something could have touched me. I want to say about 3 months later, like the holidays were coming around and Kevin needed a house sitter again. And so he asked me and I was like, no, it ain't about to be a scary movie up in her. Do you genuinely believe that houses have like histories and them, you know, like strange shit can happen in old houses? So it scared the shit out of me. So let me know down below some of the creepiest things that you guys have been through, if you guys believe in ghosts or paranormal things. I do have some other, I want to say like 2 other instances in my life that I've been really creeped out. And I can definitely make some story time videos about that. More story times will be coming your way. Let me know down below what you guys would like to see here on my channel. And thank you guys so much for all the love that I've been getting in the last month. My channel has grown significantly. Like, it's cray y'all. Like, y'all make me feel so loved and just so appreciated. So thank you so much. Mwah. We reached 15,000. I'm so excited, and thank you guys so much. I would not be where I'm at today without y'all. I'm just gonna be cheesy for like 5 seconds, so just let me, okay? I really am gonna try to make more videos. The issue is that my channel cannot just be like storytime channels. So you guys have to let me know what you want to see down below. So that is it for today, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that story. Let me know down below what creepy things that you've been through or that you believe in or that you've witnessed or anything like that, because I really do believe in the paranormal. I think that stuff like that can happen and it's really creepy and it just chills me to the bone. So let me know what you guys have experienced, and also let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see in the future. Of course, story times are going to be at the top of my list, but let me know of any other things that you guys would like to see, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if you came by to just chill out, and if you listened to the whole story. Y'all's the real MVPs, y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this story time, and I will be back on my channel with another video in 3 days. Promise. Cross my heart. Cross it. Cross that shit. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Mwah. Hey, psst. Hey, hey, psst. Hey. Follow me on Snapchat. For real, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media, my Snapchat, my Twitter, and my Facebook. And give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.